Today is May 3rd, 2025. This would be looking downstream Klamath River. This would still be like the former Iron Gate Reservoir. Pan out. And this would be upstream Klamath River. This is where Jenny Creek comes in. Can't quite see Jenny Creek from here. So I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna head on down. But I can see that there's some horses up here. So that would be the direction of where Jenny Creek comes in. So this would be Jenny Creek. This would be where the fish weir is. This is kind of what the area is looking like. You can see it is turning green. Stuff is growing. It's kind of patchy. That would be the Klamath River. Oops, sorry, it's a little shaky. But that would be Jenny Creek, not far before where it comes in. Like I said, that's where the fish weir is. That's what it's looking like from up here anyways. So I am going to go on down the road. So this is another look. That would be the Klamath River that you can see flowing right there. And right there where that white stuff is where Jenny Creek is. Sorry if I'm a little shaky. I'm trying to walk up the road. You can see that the horses are up here, and no, they can't get down there because there is a fence right there. I'm zooming way in, so that's why the clarity's not the best. But I am going down there so we can see what it looks like. But this is kind of what that whole area looks like from up here. So I am going to pause it and I'm going to head on down the road. So this is Jenny Creek looking upstream. This is what it's looking like downstream. All the timber's over there. You can see that the fence is still down. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. This is what it's looking like on this side. Busy day today up here, lots of cars and trucks. Right there's kind of where that braid starts. We've had a lot of moisture this winter. We've had a lot of flooding this year. We had rain last weekend, Friday, Saturday. We had rain last night. So everything's definitely pretty green up here. We didn't have a real cold winter, so everything kind of stayed green during winter. Lots of growth. According to the Farmer's Almanac, and I've said this before, we're supposed to have a cool, dry summer, so that could be beneficial for us if it doesn't get real hot. On my journey today, it's actually smelled kind of good. You can smell some of the flowers that are blooming out. I don't see much up here blooming. What poppies there are closed today because there is no sun out. It was supposed to clear up, but the weather constantly changes. We're supposed to be in the 50s today, and then midweek we're supposed to be back into the 80s and even through next weekend. So I'm gonna pause it. So now I'm under the bridge. This would be looking upstream Jenny Creek. Water clarity is actually really good. You can kind of see the rocks down in the bottom. Ooh. Smells good down here. See all the little flowers? I don't know what this weed is. You can see right there's all the timbers. Gonna go stand on this rock. Lots of cars today. All right, I'm gonna pause and go back up on the road. Not quite sure what their plan is for all these trees. I'm assuming they're gonna put them in Jenny Creek, but I don't know. And actually, if you look, You can see a little bridge right there. I'll pause it. It kind of looks like they've been doing something out there. The dirt just looks like it's a little beat up. It's kind of harder to see Jenny Creek now with everything starting to get their leaves. So that's kind of looking through Jenny Creek. You can see the tracks right there. And if you look, this is the bridge that they built. Put in some wood slabs. Looks like that arm right there that they put in last year is flowing pretty good, where they moved Jenny Creek to. The other two braids are still flowing pretty good as well. It'll be interesting to see what it does this summer. You can kind of see how green everything is. I'll pan around. Flowers are blooming. Not sure if you can see them. Right there, it sounds like another truck is coming. So I'm gonna go across the road, or actually, hold on. So this is what Jenny Creek is looking like over here. Ah, sorry. It's all nice and green. You can kind of smell like the flowers. It's a good smell. But way down yonder, that would be the Klamath River way down there, and part of that is also Jenny Creek. Apologize for the wind. You can see the horses. They're over on the other side of the fence. And this is that road that I was looking at over on the other side. I'm gonna pause it so I'm not trespassing. So that's looking down where I was before. Yes, there are end dumps up here today. Looks like there's some dove. But anyways, that's what it's looking like from here. Apologize if I'm going too fast for some of you. I'll zoom out. You can see how nice and green everything is. The moisture's done as well this winter. Not quite sure what they've been doing here in the dirt. I can see a T-post right there. But anyways, I am going to go on down around the bend. Here's a better look, looking downstream. You can see Jenny Creek kind of meanders its way down through there. And that's where the split is. Like I said, I'm not sure what they're doing right there. All right, I'm gonna go on down the road. Just below where I'm still at Jenny Creek. Sorry if I'm a little blurry, I'm moving. And that would be the Klamath River down there. This is kind of what the whole area looks like. You can see that there's tracks down in there. Sorry if it's blurry. That's what it's looking like coming from the bridge. I'll pause it. See birds flying through. That would be the Klamath River down there. It's where Jenny Creek flows into the Klamath River. Still flowing pretty good. Be curious to see what it's doing this summer. All right. I am going to pause it and I'm going to head on down a little further. So this will be looking up Jenny Creek, where all those 3 braids are. I wish I could get the whole area without all the trees. That's kind of what it's looking like underneath. So I'm gonna pause it and go get another shot down the road. All right, trying to get this the best that I can through the trees. This is kind of what it's looking like from here. That's that third braid. That braid is the one that they moved during the restoration. Looks like I've got another end dump coming up. You should see my car. But that's what it's looking like from up here. I'm gonna see if I can go down and get one more picture down the road. And this would be where Jenny Creek comes into the Klamath River. And right over there is where the weir is, or where they place the weir when they're counting their fish. It's kind of what that whole area looks like. It's kind of hard to see everything through the trees. And that would be the Klamath River. So that's where Jenny Creek comes into the Klamath River. All right, this is it for this stop. Off to my next one.